Hey everyone, how you doing? I want to give you one last update before I am leaving for my trip to Africa this Friday in 2 days. Yesterday I got my last vaccine, so I'm totally pooped now. So before I'm leaving now for Africa, the question is, of course, maybe it's not really a question, but maybe it would be interesting to know why I'm going to Africa. And the question is quite multifaceted. For me, this answer breaks down to 3 parts. One of them is the nature, one of them is the people, and the potential of Africa. So number 1, obviously I probably don't have to tell you how beautiful Africa is, and if you ever have been there, you know that there are very few people in this continent really for the mass, like for the size of the continent. So you have very beautiful landscape and only very few people around, so that's very good if you do not like a lot of tourists around like I do, for example. And then reason number 2 is obviously the people. The African people are the friendliest people in the world. Not that much in the bigger cities, unfortunately, but on the land everybody is very interested and just immediately approaches at least me as a white person, obviously. And they're very interested in my story, and they always have a story to tell themselves, which is very interesting. And you would be very surprised what kind of people you meet there and what kind of paths of way they had behind them. So this is actually the main reason why I'm going back to Africa. I love stories, I love to hear them, I love to meet people and learn about them. And then there's the third reason why I'm going to Africa, which is the potential of Africa. I have never met a place and never met a people in a country where I see more potential than in at least the southern African part, but I expect it also to be in the northern parts. And a lot of stuff that still needs to be done, that needs to be improved and implemented. But that means also that this stuff can be implemented better than it is, for example, in Western countries. So what I mean is, for example, a monetary system. So in Western countries where we have the euro and the dollar, I personally believe that the centralized currencies will not be the standard in the future. So I'm more a believer in cryptocurrencies and these kind of things. I don't believe that cryptocurrencies will replace the traditional currencies, but I think they will have a role, a place in this system. So for example, in Africa, I think it will be very useful for cross-border payments. We don't know these problems. We don't know these issues of having to pay 10% or 15% in order to send your salary back to your family in just the neighboring state. And we don't know the problems that if Western Union, for example, says that they don't want to serve Angola, for example, anymore. That out of a sudden a person cannot send back his or her salaries to the family. So this is a big problem. And I really believe that there's a lot of potential in terms of financial development, so the financial systems needs to be developed, and I think that cryptocurrencies will play a role in that. So this is just one of the sectors and industries where I think that Africa can actually implement systems that might be more efficient and better eventually than what we have in Western countries. And this really makes me excited. This really makes me want to work on these projects, want to develop and implement stuff. And me as a software developer, I really love to build systems that are efficient and that help people and that will work for centuries to come, hopefully. So this is just really it for today. I just want to give you a little update on my thoughts about why I'm going to Africa. So to see the nature, obviously, to meet the people, and eventually to find a project in which I can help. So these are my 3 goals for my trip. In 2 days I'm going to leave to Cairo. I will fly to Cairo. I will stay there 1 day and then go to Alexandria, where I will pick up my bike. I will take you along, obviously, and I will hopefully post a video next week after I arrived in Egypt. Otherwise, if you want to follow me on a more daily basis, you can always follow me on Instagram. I will try to post more Instagram stories once I'm in Africa and to keep you updated there a little bit more. Otherwise, I plan on uploading these videos weekly to YouTube, but the internet in Africa is always a little bit spotty, so I cannot guarantee that. But as I said, follow me on Instagram and you will be updated on a daily basis. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a great day and I will see you once I'm in Africa. Alright.